Yeah, no, that completely makes sense. And also in talking about Sophie's relationship with JJ in this film, again, it's such a different space because the first film was very much, seeing this potential for someone to be a partner to her mom and someone who was like a real paternal figure to her. And now it's the two of them literally living in a house together while her mom's away. And he is her dad and he has been taking care of her for all of those 5 years. But going back to what you were talking about with her going through teenage years, she's also rebelling against that as well. And so, how did you want there to be a real closeness that she has with him, but also kind of finding those spaces where she's trying to create a little bit of distance for herself?
I think the most relatable thing about this film is that teenager dynamic of Sophie wanting that independence and pushing away because every family experiences it really. And, in the first film, she didn't really have anybody, she didn't have any friends. And then she's in high school now and she does have friends and she's like, I want my independence, I want my time, and I think I know everything. And she, has a sense like I don't need him, which isn't true. And I think she learns that through the film, which is really beautiful to realize that he's always going to be there for her, and you just see how much they love each other, and I think that's so special. um I hated being mean to Dave. I really did not like it at all. And there was some we did it we had like various versions of sometimes Sophie was really mean and less mean, so we captured a little bit of everything, and thank God she's kind of a jerk to him in the movie, but she's not horrible. And I was always talking to Pete. I'm like, why does she have to be so mean? I'm like, come on, like I don't like it because I love Dave so much, truly. I don't like being mean.
But outside of the moments where they're mean to each other, it's that dynamic that the two of you created exists, and you kind of see like these little callbacks, like the little like pinky promise that they have in the film being
Yes.
something that's always been a part of it. So how did you kind of work to bring the history and just those little kind of callbacks of their dynamic into this movie, even though, like you said, it's a different place for a lot of the film.
I think you see the most is that snappy energy they have between each other in conversations where they're being sarcastic with each other and smart. So that was kind of like familiar feeling. But I think what's lovely is that we don't get to see that lovey like together dynamic for most of the film until the end. So it's kind of like this lovely buildup of them coming back together essentially. And the pinky promise at the end is really sweet where she realizes like, he is her dad. It's her father to her, and she realizes how much she loves him, and she's like, I'm sorry for being a jerk, but her life wouldn't be the same without him. And I think she's grateful for everything that he's taught her and has given her.